Classical architecture, inspired by the architectural styles of ancient Greece and Rome, has had a profound impact on Western architecture for centuries. However, over time, various myths and misconceptions have arisen about classical architectural principles and practices. Let's explore 10 common myths about classical architecture and uncover the reality behind them. Myth 1. Classical architecture only refers to Greek and Roman styles. Reality. While classical architecture is heavily influenced by ancient Greek and Roman designs, it has evolved over time and can be found in various cultures worldwide. Myth 2. All classical buildings were constructed using the same materials. Reality. Classical buildings utilized a range of materials, including limestone, marble, and various types of stone, depending on the region and available resources. Myth 3. Classical architecture is no longer relevant in modern times. Reality. Classical architectural principles, such as balance, proportion, and order, continue to inspire and influence contemporary architectural designs. Myth 4. Classical architecture is limited to grand and monumental structures. Reality. Classical elements can be found in a wide range of buildings, from grand temples and government buildings to smaller residential and commercial structures. Myth 5. Classical columns were load-bearing and essential for structural support. Reality. In many classical buildings, columns were primarily decorative and served aesthetic purposes, with the structural load carried by other means. Myth 6. Classical architecture was devoid of color and was entirely white. Reality. Ancient classical buildings were often painted in vibrant colors, but the paint has worn away over time, giving the impression of pure white marble. Myth 7. All classical buildings followed the same strict rules and proportions. Reality. While classical architecture adheres to certain principles, there was room for variation and adaptation to suit different contexts and artistic expressions. Myth 8. Classical architecture is rigid and lacks creativity. Reality. Classical architecture provided a framework within which architects and builders could demonstrate creativity, resulting in diverse and unique designs. Myth 9. Classical architecture is frozen in time and has not evolved. Reality. Classical architecture has evolved and adapted over the centuries, with revivals and reinterpretations evident in various historical periods. Myth 10. Classical architecture is outdated and has been replaced by modern styles. Reality. Classical architecture remains influential and relevant in contemporary architectural practice, coexisting alongside modern and postmodern styles. Classical architecture stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of ancient civilizations and their impact on the architectural world. By dispelling these myths, we can appreciate the timelessness and versatility of classical principles and understand their ongoing significance in shaping the built environment. Classical architecture continues to inspire architects and captivate observers, reflecting its enduring power to shape the way we experience and appreciate the spaces we inhabit.